dedication, communication, just overall commitment to training and one another.
I can be a part of something bigger than myself.
Hard work and dedication. I wouldn't be where I am without track.
Going in every day, working hard, looking to improve. There are going to be good and bad days, but making sure you can overcome that.
Being there for your teammates.
Finding your limit and then wanting to do better than that.
Dedication.
It means family.
Fun.
Dedication.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some news closer to home. A manhunt is underway for the man who opened fire on a New York City subway train on Tuesday morning that left at least 10 people shot. Law enforcement officials have gone from identifying a person of interest to naming him a suspect. Karen Kafa is in Brooklyn, New York, with the latest on the investigation.
The 62-year-old man who the NYPD named as a person of interest yesterday is now the suspect in this attack that took place on a Brooklyn subway train yesterday during rush hour. Frank James is now considered the suspect in the attack, and a manhunt is underway. New York police have officially named a suspect in Tuesday's subway shooting, 62-year-old Frank James. They say he rented this U-Haul van found in Brooklyn Tuesday. Officials say keys to the van were found at the scene of the attack. Company records obtained by CNN show the van was rented by James on April 11th in Philadelphia using a Wisconsin license. The NYPD says James had addresses in Philadelphia and in Wisconsin.
We're going to catch this person, and we're going to bring him to justice and hold him responsible for this horrific act on innocent people that are utilizing our subway system.
The NYPD said a suspect opened smoke grenades on the train and fired his gun 33 times, striking at least 10 people before the train stopped and stunned passengers escaped to the platform of the 36th Street station.
I heard people saying, I'm hurt. There's so much blood. Hearing things like that, that's when my mind changed to this is not fireworks.
As the investigation continues, more victims describe their harrowing ride and how quickly things turned dangerous.
This pregnant lady was yelling, "I'm pregnant, help." Everybody was pushing. I'm thinking it's just a smoke bomb. I grab her from the back so she don't get shot in the back. She was pregnant. A lot of people kept rushing, and that's when I got shot in the leg.
And the 36th Street subway station reopened to passengers during the overnight hours. And in these morning hours, it's been very busy with passengers coming and going, of course, with the NYPD watching over them. This is a working class neighborhood where a lot of people rely on the subways to get them to and from where they need to go. New York City Mayor Eric Adams said he's confident this suspect will be caught. In Brooklyn, New York, I'm Karen Kafa.
President Biden says he is grateful for first responders after reports of the subway attack in New York City surfaced. This is what the president had to say.
And we're grateful for all the first responders who jumped into action, including civilians who didn't hesitate to help their fellow passengers and try to shield them. My team has been in touch with Mayor Adams and New York's police commissioner, and the Department of Justice and the FBI are working closely with the NYPD on the ground. We're going to continue to stay in close contact with New York authorities, and as we learn more about the situation over the coming hours and days.
From one president to another, the Trump family doesn't want to sit for depositions. And next month, they'll square off with the New York Attorney General's office on that matter. The AG's office is pursuing a civil investigation into the Trump Organization's finances, alleging misleading statements and omissions were made to their benefit. So on May 11th, each side will get 15 minutes to make their case in a New York court appeals. The Attorney General wants the testimony of former President Donald Trump, his son Donald Trump Jr., and his daughter Ivanka Trump, saying they're essential to this investigation. The Trump's attorney will argue the depositions would undermine the Trump's constitutional rights, something a New York State judge shot down in February. Now, coming up, we're going to take a look at sports as an NFL team is being investigated. Stay with us, folks.
Hey again, I'm Jason Lynch. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world of New York sports. A legendary horse trainer will be sidelined for the first two legs of the 2022 Triple Crown. Bob Baffert was suspended from the Preakness Stakes on Tuesday, according to Maryland Racing Commission. The 69-year-old Hall of Famer had already been prevented from having a horse in the Kentucky Derby, which is scheduled for May 7th. Earlier this year, Baffert was suspended by Kentucky Horse Racing Commission after his horse Medina Spirit's Derby win was overturned due to a failed drug test. Baffert appealed the decision, but it was denied, and the suspension went into effect on April 4th. The Preakness is being held on May 21st. Congress has asked the Federal Trade Commission to investigate an NFL team. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform says it's found information in documents that show a possible pattern of concerning business practices within the Washington Commanders organization. The committee sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission asking it to review evidence collected by Congress during its investigation into the Commanders' workplace culture. The letter says the team's owner, Dan Snyder, may have taken part in an unlawful financial conduct that may have impacted thousands of fans and the NFL. A spokesperson for the Washington Commanders says the team denies the allegations and will continue to cooperate with the investigation. American golfer Scottie Scheffler took the green jacket at the 2022 Masters in Augusta Sunday. Scheffler finished at 10 under par, winning his first Masters, having stayed at the top of the leaderboard since Friday's second round. The 25-year-old Texan is on a hot streak for 2022, having won 4 tournaments already this year to become the world's top-ranked golfer. Scheffler has 3 PGA Tour wins as well as the championship in the World Golf Match Play tournament. But the Masters is his first major. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy finished behind him in second after shooting the low round of the day at a sizzling 64. Tiger Woods walked off the 18th hole at Augusta to a standing ovation despite tying his record for his first round ever in Augusta. For Woods, the personal triumph was just being able to be competitive at all after suffering serious leg injury in a car crash in February 2021. Woods did have good news for golf fans Sunday, however, announcing he plans to play at the 150th Opening Championship at St. Andrews in Scotland in July. That's all I got for sports news. Back to the desk with Benny.
Definitely good to see Tiger back out there. Thank you, Jason. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight. To stay up to date, please follow PSTV and PS News on social media at Plattsburgh State TV. Thank you for joining us, and have a great night, Plattsburgh.